Today we're taking a closer look at this 40cm nano aquascape that I've set up about 4 months ago now. It's doing really good, and from all the tanks that I have at the moment, this one is definitely a favorite. There's quite a lot of fish in here. We have celestial pearl danios, emerald rasboras, cubitite rasboras, and some other cichlids as well. There's also a small group of black tiger darios in here, but they're always hiding. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this tank, but one thing has been bothering me for a while now, and that is the algae on the hardscape. The rocks and the wood are covered in a layer of green algae, and there's also a little bit of black brush algae. Now normally I don't really have these issues, but in this tank I did a few things differently. I tested a new aqua soil, and I also added root taps from the very beginning. The two things combined probably caused a nutrient imbalance, which then led to the green algae explosion. The black brush algae was my own fault, because I simply didn't refill the CO2 fast enough. Now because of all the green algae, the layout is missing some contrast, and I think it would look a lot better if the hardscape was clean again. So that's my mission for today: kill the algae and clean the hardscape. My first weapon of choice is hydrogen peroxide. You can find this in most grocery stores or pharmacies, and it's usually available in a 12 or 3% solution. I always go for the 3%. This is commonly used to kill algae, and the internet suggests to use not more than 1 ml for every gallon of aquarium water. This tank is close to 10 gallons, so I'm just going to use 10 ml. Now the easiest and safest way to do this is with the syringe spot dosing method. So I'm going to fill up a syringe, then I'll shut off the filter, and then I'll slowly squeeze the peroxide over the algae. Of course making sure I don't get too close to any fish or shrimp. After I've used up all the hydrogen peroxide, I'll take a 15-minute break just to let the peroxide do its thing. Now this next step is not really necessary, but I like to do a water change right after. Now it's been a while since I've used this stuff, so I wasn't sure what to expect, but the next morning I don't really see much of a difference, so it's time for something a little bit stronger. My next weapon of choice is APT Fix. This seems to be very similar to Seachem XL and those other liquid CO2 products out there, but from what I've been told, APT Fix is quite a bit stronger and more effective. The recommended dose for this stuff is 1 ml per 10 liters. I'm going to use the syringe spot dosing method again, but because this stuff is quite strong, I'm going to dilute it by half with some water. The next day the fish and the plants seemed unaffected by the APT Fix, so I repeated the treatment again, but this time without diluting it. Another day later and I can definitely see progress, especially on the rocks, but it's just taking a little bit too long for me, so it's time to call in my final weapon of choice. The electric toothbrush. I've seen other people use this as well, so I had to give it a try. I just went to a local store and picked up the cheapest electrical toothbrush I could find, so let's see if this works. Oh, it worked alright. This is how the tank looked the day after I spent about 30 minutes cleaning the hardscape with the electric toothbrush. Because of the fast motion of the toothbrush, the green algae came off really easy. The black brush algae was a little bit more difficult to remove, but not impossible. So there you have it, a few different ways to clean algae from your hardscape. If you want instant results, give the toothbrush a try. If you're feeling lazy, go for the APT Fix or the hydrogen peroxide. Try it out for yourself, let me know how it works.